Hey there. So today we have part 2 about how to find the right college for your student. So this is part of the College Ready Knowledge pillar in the Confused to College Ready system. And what most confused college applicants and their families do is focus on those elite colleges or finding a perfect college, which is why they end up comparing themselves to others, feeling stressed over grades and test scores, feel like there isn't enough time to do all that they want, feel like they're behind, and don't know where to begin that search. So this set of 3 podcasts is to help you go from feeling confused and overwhelmed college applicants and families to being informed college-ready applicants and families. If you haven't listened to the first podcast, please do go back to that to hear about the first steps and then come join me for this episode. Hey there, I'm Courtney and I'm the founder of Confused to College Ready. With over 15 years experience as a mental health therapist turned school counselor, I am bringing my experience and expertise to help you navigate the college search experience. My goal is to serve students and their families and unlock the secrets to college searching. Stay tuned. All right, so in the first episode in this series, we talked about potential careers that your student might be interested in. So the next thing that we want to look at is what your students' must-haves are in a college and what their deal breakers are, so that you can look for those things as you continue with the college search. So these things are going to be your non-negotiables. Is there something that your student is absolutely interested in and wants to make sure that there is a specific activity on campus? These are students' potential majors. These are different athletic events or things on campus, extracurriculars to be a part of, whatever it is that your student says, yes, I absolutely have to have this, or if the college doesn't have this, then I don't want to go there. So one of the major things that you are going to need to talk about as a family is cost and affordability. Is your family going to be able to contribute or help with payments for college? If so, how much is that going to be? And even with being able to help with college, when you look at the cost of everything, tuition, room and board, books, different fees, and other things that are happening that are going to be part of the payment to the college. And then you're going to look at, are there any other scholarships that your student might get? So looking at, as a family, what might you be able to contribute? And then are there any financial restrictions that our applicants need to be aware of as they are looking at colleges? So once you know more about that finance piece so that you can make the best decision and look at that being one of the first criteria, there are a couple of other areas to consider. So go ahead and, if you're not driving, write these things down, and so that you can go back and talk through them as a family. So the first one is, how long do you as the student, or as the parents or family members, how long does the student want to be in college? If you're not interested in attending college for 8 to 12 years, then being a doctor might not be the best fit for you. And what kind of education is required for the potential career that you're looking at? So you want to make sure that how much education is required for the career is that you are willing and ready to be able to attend college for that length of time. Number 2 is, what college path is the right fit for you or for your student? Are we looking at a 2-year college, a 4-year college, some type of certification program, transferring from a 2-year college to a 4-year, taking a gap year? There is another podcast that I have that actually explains a lot of the differences between everything that I just talked about. So the link is going to be in our show notes so that you can listen to that and learn a little bit more about what those mean. The third question is going to be, is the college offering the major that leads to the career that you're interested in? If a student isn't sure what they want to focus on, are there multiple options for them to explore? A more liberal arts college might have more major opportunities for students that don't know what they want to do. And it's okay to want to take some of that time to figure things out. But if your student is absolutely sure this is the career that I want, and this is the major to get me to that end goal of this career so I need to make sure that the college that I am looking at attending has that particular major available for me. So number 4, where does your child want to go to school? You need to consider things like climate. How far away are they comfortable being from home? Are there any other geographic factors that might play a role? If a student is interested in something like marine biology, they need to make sure that they are going to be attending a school that's near the ocean so that they can study effectively with that particular program. And so that geographic location is also important. If you don't like cold weather, you also want to make sure that you're not looking at attending a school up north because the weather is going to be cold and it could end up being a really tough 4 years if that's something that you really don't want to be around. Number 5 is look at how competitive the college is. So GPA and test scores are 2 of the big factors that are going to impact acceptance to a college. In several of our other podcasts, we actually talk about what the differences are with an elite college or those colleges that are most prestigious, but there also is a lot of stress that goes into that. I'll link that in the show notes too, so don't miss listening to that one about finding, because you don't have to attend an elite or prestigious college. 6th, make a list of activities that your student wants to be able to be involved in. This can be student groups, athletics, looking at the diversity and inclusion initiatives that are happening on campus, different fine art programs, religious groups or affiliations, or any other activities that are of important and of interest to you or your student. So finally, while you might not be able to see every building on campus, you can drive through if it's somewhere that is close enough or that you're able to make that trip. Some students that I work with will actually take their vacation, and whether that be spring break and the parents are taking a vacation from work, but they'll use that vacation to be able to travel and then go visit those college campuses to see if it's something where they feel like it would be a good fit. You also can ask to speak to admissions representatives, and students can take virtual tours. You also want to make sure that you can picture yourself on that campus for at least the next 2 to 4 years because you're going to be spending so much time there. So I know this is a lot to cover. Please feel free to go back, listen to this again, take some time and work through these questions to help you know what to look for as you're searching for colleges. And then don't forget to watch or to listen to our 3rd podcast where we're going to narrow down what colleges you're going to apply to. And I look forward to serving you and your student in the future. Take care. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Confused to Ready, and download our free guide on how to start or expand your college search at confusedtoready.com/how to start.